Hello friends, how are you doing? Um, in the previous videos, we were building or creating our website using Zola and running a development server to see how the website looks like. But now we have deployed our website to GitLab and it is running live, like it's on URL itgracy.gitlab.io. You can even visit that and check the website. It is running here. To do this, to get to this point, we just need to have two more steps from our last videos, and these two steps are first, to check whether your website is building properly. So building as in, Zola provides us a command build which will create a static build of your website which has all the files and folders required for your website to run. So Zola is not required after that point. These files are just static HTTP, HTML and CSS JavaScript files which you can just deploy to any web server and it will work. So that step is required to just test whether the build works fine. And then second is to use a service like GitLab or Netlify and to deploy our website there. And this is done in an automated fashion, like once you set this up just once, and after that every commit, every push to your master branch in your repository will deploy your website, like update your website continuously. Okay, so first I'll show you how to run the build or the Zola build command and what it will do, what it will do. So we will go to our website, and this is our project structure that you see here, and this is our config.toml file. So um, to run our build command, you just have to say Zola build. So if you check our current content of our the content of your directory, you have content, static, templates, etc. And if you run Zola build, this will, it is very fast generally. So this will create a public directory which is your final build of your or final build of your website. So it has all the static files required for your website to run. So if we check the content of public, you'll see there is an index.html and then JavaScript, CSS files, etc. Uh, just this directory is enough for your website to work. And this step to run build locally is not required, but it can be used to check whether your website is properly building or not, if there is any issue or not. Now our website is working as it, we can do the release build and it works fine. We can see all the files created, etc. The next step is to use a service like GitLab or Netlify to host or create a continuous build of our website and host it live in a URL that it provides for free. You can even change that URL by buying a custom domain name and then you setting it up in the service itself.
Now, as Naveen showed you how to check or how to create a production build of your website, we are left with two things to do, which will deploy our website to a service. First is to have a config file for whichever service you want to deploy your website to. In our case, we have deployed our website on GitLab pages, so we will use or we will create a config file for for GitLab pages. And for that, you have to visit Zola documentation and go inside the deployment part, and you can see different services. So we'll go to GitLab pages, and you have to create, as you see here it is mentioned that you have to create a .gitlab slash dot gitlab dash ci.yml file in the root directory of your repository, and add this content that you see in the black here. You just have to copy paste this content in a file named as .gitlab dash ci.yml. In our case, we have already copied it. And if you see the documentations and our GitLab YML, there is just one difference, which is the Zola build command. So if you see here, the Zola build command is just Zola build, and in our document, in our file, we have something extra, which is minus u option. So what this minus u option does is it gives you an option to specify your base URL. In our case, we have added https://itgracy.gitlab.io. Where this URL comes from, we'll show you in a while. But just remember that this is how you can specify a base URL. And if you have followed our series, you must have seen that there is an option to specify a base URL inside config.toml file as well. But as we are going to deploy our websites on more than one services, so what we chose is we will have a base URL for each service in its own file. So -u is the option through which you can specify base URL. And now we'll come to the second part, which is having an account on GitLab. So to deploy on GitLab, you first need an account on GitLab. And once you create account, you also need a project where you will push your code, or a repository on GitLab where you will push all your website code. And the name of that project can be in one of the two ways. So first way is you can straight away give the name as username.gitlab.io. Here in our case it is itcrazy.gitlab.io, username or group, whatever you prefer. So, or you can give something else as well. So it should be .gitlab.io. So username.gitlab.io. So in our case itcrazy.gitlab.io.
It is just possible. It is only username or the organization name. So it's
Or
our
organization. Yes.
repository is under an organization ITcrazy, so it should be ITcrazy. And if
itcrazy.
it's under your username, so for example, my username is Navin Karkera, so it should be navinkarkera.gitlab.io. Only these
gitlab.io.
two
Yes.
project names will work. Other than that, you
Yep.
can just have a random username, random project
Yep.
name as well.
So you can have a random, as Navin mentioned, you can have a random project as well. So let's say if we add some other project name, or such as website or XYZ. So what happens is you will have your website on itcrazy.gitlab.io, which is a username dot or project name dot, sorry, not project name, group name, username or group name dot gitlab.io slash the project name. So in our case, if you see our website, it is directly hosted on itcrazy.gitlab.io, because that's the project name that we specified. Our group name was itcrazy, so itcrazy.gitlab.io. If let's say Navin deploys on his profile with some other name, so the name for the website will be navin.gitlab.io slash the name of the repository. And yes, that's it. So once you have these two things, that is a config file and an account on GitLab with the project name, whenever you push to your project master branch, what will happen is GitLab will automatically run a process which is called CI/CD pipeline, and it will run whatever steps you have mentioned in your config file and create your website, or make your website ready for you. And then you can visit the URL, that is the base URL, itcrazy.gitlab.io in our case, and you can see your website live. And if you're still confused as to what the URL should be or what the URL will be, you can visit GitLab and go to the settings part of it, and you can see that there is a section called as pages. So if you go to that pages part, what you will see is you will see the exact URL that your website will be served on. So in our case, it is itcrazy.gitlab.io. And yep, that's it, how you can deploy your website on GitLab pages. And for any other services, you can refer to the documentation of GetZola, and you can go to the deployment part and you can see different services. So in this case, if you want to deploy on Netlify, then you can simply follow these steps, and they are pretty much similar for each and every service. You just have to create a config file for that service and copy paste this content simply, and push your or website or code to that service, and it will run a process just as GitLab, and it will deploy your website there as well.
Okay, so this was the final video in our series of Zola tutorial, and following this series you should be able to at least build a simple website and deploy it in a GitLab service. And if you have any doubts or questions regarding how to do some special features or special things in Zola, please let us know in the comments and we will try to help you. Also, if you want us to make videos on specific features of Zola which we have not covered in this series, do let us know in the comments as well, and we will try to make them.
Also, for any other services like GitLab pages or Netlify, if you want some detailed videos, do let us know about that as well, and we'll try to cover those videos as well.
Okay, thank you.